Hello, this is Tim from Tech Artist. Welcome back. Yeah, I was thinking about a few things, even subtitles, and how subtitles, well, they work within, well, they're just helpful at least. But, yeah, let's get back to it. Sorry, I was sort of spaced out a little bit today. So, now that we have her, she's pretty much done. For the most part. And I'm still using Adobe just because certain things work better in Adobe than others. But, yeah. Alright. I think I'm gonna stop that there for her. I just need to sign it. And she's done. Sorry about that. Every so often my nose just bothers me. Allergies and all. Can't get rid of them, really. Yeah. Still have quite many different issues with Adobe itself. There we go. Nice and hidden. Except for those who watch the stream, so there's that. And background. Yeah, I just wanted something simple in the background. Just trying something out. I'm going to take that out and just put in a solid color. Let's go with dark blue. Yeah. G. It's okay. Background. Multiply this. Somewhat. I'm going to fix bits and pieces of her later, but for the most part, I'm finished with her at this moment. I'll just say save. And let's work on Chained by Fate. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some form of music. Why not? Sorry, I cut that out because I think I'm going to go in a different direction today. Mostly because... cancel. Let's do something different. So... yeah, let's just talk about subtitles in general. So... I've been working around with subtitles more so just as my curiosity. There we go. But I've tried many different programs. There are quite a few different programs that will work for subtitles and all, but I do have issues with them in my own right. Untitled, subtitles, and the thing is now, in both on the Mac and on the iPad, iOS device, whatever it may be, they fixed it to where you're able to embed SRT subtitles inside your clips, so you don't have to burn them in. And I know I'm gonna have to turn off the sound, but yeah, so you don't have to burn them in like this. And AkiCan is one of the ones that I used as a test. So I own these videos that I've ripped and redid the subtitles. I didn't type them all by scratch, but I at least did something to where the subtitles are actually embedded inside the actual video itself. So you can do this with, and the thing is, I use Subtitle Factory to make sure that everything works out smoothly. There are no issues with the subtitles themselves, but I actually have to use another program to make it all work. And subtitles do take a lot of time. It takes quite a few hours if you're taking it from a disc. And there are some subtitles like this right here that you cannot... Some subtitles just have to be burned in, and you can't do anything about it. There are other subtitles than SRT. I'm gonna exit out of Subtitle Factory, and yes, I love stuff like that. So with any Mac, these are all my programs, but let's see, there's Compressor somewhere. There it is. So in Compressor, you can add subtitles. It is an option, but the only problem with adding the subtitles and all of that, and yes, copyright and all that, and things that I can't show, but yeah, and I'm not going to go through that, but yeah, no, with certain types of subtitles, you can't add multiple different things, add the placement of where, yeah, sorry about the blood and gore, but you can add multiple different things, the placement of where everything is positioned and so on and so forth. And I was also playing with Fire Alpaca, just to see if it's a better alternative to Photoshop. In a way, yes. In a way, no. I still like Clip Studio for all that it can do, because Fire Alpaca, there are still a few things that it doesn't do just right. So, no, I'm not going to say that. But for the most part, it's more what I focus on. And because I have a huge library of videos and whatnot, there's that. I'm gonna close out of this. Let's open something that I've done in the past, just to finish them off. Projects Digital. Okay. Logo, art, stream. Just seeing what that is. Right. Sorry, just looking through my library of stuff. There's her. There's her, which not quite finished, but almost done. It's her. Her that I finished, and yeah. Let's finish her off. Why not? Alright. This stream is probably going to be short, but mostly wanted to at least put an update out and say that I'm done, or I'll be working on a few other things. But I do have another story though. Our situation, the World of Demons, is one of the stories I have. Then I have Dilan Desfa, the history of the world of cards. The worlds of cards, yeah. The Abandoned is where it starts. I typed most of this on my iPad too, which is kind of funny. Let's see. And then, yeah. File open. And then I have Shimatal, which is also another one that I am working on. But with this one, I actually do want to make it into a book. And I'll have images and whatnot throughout all of this. I'm just trying to get everything set up to where it looks right and it doesn't look like it was pieced together poorly. So, there's that. But yeah. Let me at least read a bit of Shimata to you guys. Chapter 1. In Shame. In the darkest of nights, when the wind tore through me, I saw nothing but myself in agony for what I'd lost and what I have yet to lose. My wives, yeah, trying to keep slain in there, but my wives, daughters, and sons are slain. But for what? My folly was trusting in those who have no form or name to speak. I kneel down at their corpses, while tears that never end stream down my face. As I curse the heavens multiple times as to why, they do not answer, but the sky above only darkens. Now I know that I will not have help from the heavens, and they will not bear me solace. Is there a... Yeah, solace, yeah. Gonna have to fix that in multiple places, but... slain. I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's see. And they do not answer, but the sky only darkens. Now I know that I will have to I will not have help from the heavens, and they will not bear me solace in what I have lost. After all that has been done, I wish for death, but I am denied it, even by my own blade. All I can do is bury my kin and leave the village that I once called home. It's one of the stories I'm working on. And then the other one, the other few. So, the world of demons. I was thinking of making this also another story that I would try to get done too. So, the world of demons. Chapter 1. Our situation. Our world used to be bright in our sense of the word, but there have been many times when it seemed to be brighter. Every day is as follows. We wake up, eat freshly sliced human meat with cooked bread from the local deli within our section of hell. Then we head out to torture the humans. And the day begins again. Some humans marry us, but it doesn't change their suffering anymore. This is what our world has turned into after the gates were completely locked. Lucifer still needed permission. Well, present tense, needs permission to leave hell. But for the rest of us, we were free to roam the world without worry. There's still many worlds of hell down here in the nether space, but most of it is crimson red, pale blue, and blinding white. It is hard to see any bright colors or anything that would last down here. Most of us used to live normal lives that didn't involve daily torture of sinners, yet the higher-ups of our world screwed us all. The Great 12 Demon Lords. They call themselves that. But in reality, everyone in hell hates them to high heaven. Saying so, or even going against them, would only make our future let's see. Sorry. There's a few typos here and there. Saying or so or going against them would only make our future a hell. With living day in and day out and suffering just like the humans we torture. Not all humans are bad, but I do believe that some do belong here for their sins. However, the longer that they stay here in the depths of hell, the more it corrupts their soul. That's one of them. But these are just the multiple different stories I'm sort of trying to work on and get running. Of course, the World of Demons, that's not going to be one that I finish quite soon. And then D1 Desfa is the backstory of Desfa, the Worlds of Karn. Sorry, my nose is driving me nuts. But yeah, let's see, let's turn that on. But yeah, no, and then here's chapter 1, The Abandoned. Each of our worlds were fine as they were. No one was left out, abandoned, or discarded like a piece of trash. There were numbers and ruling classes, but something changed a day when the true ruling deck took control. Only 52 cards per deck, 4 joker cards for security, yet they would have to abide by the new law too. To tell you the truth, we're not cards, but we're born in these classes. No one may marry a higher class than them, I think, or higher class. I'm just gonna have to do that. A higher class or more than 2 classes lower. A jack cannot marry a 9, yet the jack can marry an ace. This was the rule we lived by. However, what they didn't tell me at the time was that if anything other than a jack or ace was born, they would be discarded into the zero deck. The zero deck consists of every known deck around the multiverse with their class marked out. I am one of the abandoned. It happened when the true ruling deck appeared to force everyone to discard their family and friends into the zero deck, where they were banished from setting foot on any world. There is no sunlight down here in this nether space, yet it is now where I call home. Gonna probably revise it a bit here and there, but I do have at least a couple of stories in the works. But this one is mostly going to be part of the comic that I'm still trying to make. Yeah, I have multiple comics that are in progress and are placed on hold because I'm the only one doing this. I'm the only one writing the stories, drawing the characters, and whatnot. Actually, let's see. There. Okay. So these are my sketchbooks right here. Let's see. And even for my cards, I had to put them on hold for the moment because in order for me to get things run, really, you go over that there. Some things, right? On Windows, your update may just end up saying, "Sorry, I'm going to restart your computer anyway." So let's just ignore your input and just restart the machine, and whatever you're doing, that can be put on hold. But yeah, no. So I wish these sketchbooks still existed. The reason why is they're the perfect size for any sort of thing I was planning. Because in this sketchbook, I mostly just have some doodles at the beginning, and then when I get towards the middle, I actually started working on the cards. So I actually have, let me go to the main camera here. There we go. Just so that you can see it a little bit better. Here we go. So these are my original sketches for my card deck files. And even the settings, the jokers, the way the characters somewhat looked like, their poses. I would even pose in their position just to actually get it right. But just the many different characters that I have. And of course, I would love help. It would be nice to have help with a lot of these characters, to finalize them, find multiple different card companies that would sell my card decks, or at least have some sort of promotion on them. I'd like that for a lot of my art. And there are just so many different steps that you have to go through. And then this one is Corieste, one of the story about the Guardians and the backstory of all that. I was going to do it in a speech bubble type thing, like a message board. And I have that all laid out here. So there's that. But I sort of changed my mind on what that story was going to be about, and I kind of put that one on indefinite hold until I actually know exactly where that story is going. And then somewhere I have, I'm missing, somewhere Chained by Fate is somewhere, but this is Despa, the World of Cards, and it will begin in a different way of showing the story and all that. I was going to have a different way of how it presented itself, but I was actually going to do a little bit more on it, but at least have the somewhat characters that will follow the story on Despa. It's just still not finished because I would at least try to finish these stories first and then draw the characters and do that. But the one that I really want to at least finish so that I can put it on ebooks of some sort, either Amazon or whatnot. But if you do want to get a project book that I made, yeah, I don't have it in here. I do have a project book. If you look up Timothy J. Pritchett project book on Amazon, I have 2 project books that are good for any project, either art or whatever project you have in the works. It could be crypto, it could be art, it could be home improvement. Just for any plan that you have or need to sketch out, and also rename what project it is. Sometimes home improvement projects have a name. They don't always, but it just helps sometimes. But that's mostly what I have for all of that. But today I wanted to at least try to work on this, but I'm not really in the mood today. And yeah, I don't want another text thing. Let's move that out. Just so many different things going through everybody's life. My life it has its ups and downs, it has its lefts and rights. Let's turn this off. There we go. But yeah, no, there are just multiple different things that show up from time to time. And I still use Photoshop for the reason that I've tried other programs. They have issues of their own, but the one thing that I know I need to find is a program that works well with any sort of pen tablet display, whether I'm recording or not. Because every time I use a pen tablet display with any of the other items or any of the other types of, well, types of programs, it just has, there are just issues across the board. Don't get me wrong, Photoshop still has issues with all of what it does too, and its caching and whatnot. But that's something that is something that I can live with, even though it is quite annoying to deal with. Right. It's still stuck on opacity and 5%. But yeah, there we go. But And everybody's opinions of Adobe are somewhat negative. The only thing that I really hate that Adobe did that really pissed me off is the fact that they made it so that everything is completely subscription based. I don't care for subscriptions, no matter what they are. I'd rather pay for the program and have it forever. No matter what program it is, it's not worth having everything constantly renewed all the time. And Adobe doesn't quite understand that no one wants AI in their art. There are certain things that you can add AI, but the way they're doing it is not right. It is disrupting some of the experience with all that they have. And the fact that they added a clause in the addendum. Yeah, this is also another issue I have with just dealing with this stuff. Because I'm trying to draw something and it's ghost drawing for me in some aspects of the word. I would love to get a new machine, but the thing is, the way things are programmed for every computer right now, they do need to fix it. But yeah, I'm mostly going to stop there. I will continue with this guy later. I'm just not feeling it tonight, so I'm going to leave an hour, I'm going to leave at 11 just so that I can work on other stuff or just relax, because there's just so many different things on my mind, and right now I'm just stressed as much as humanly possible. But I do hope everybody has a good night, and for those who did join and hear all my babble and speech of what I said, thanks for joining to at least hear a little bit of it. But hope everybody has a good night, have a good weekend, and I will see, if you go on to my TikTok, I will paint on TikTok tomorrow. But I do hope to see you guys next time. But this is TechArtist41 signing off for today. Thanks for joining, and see you guys next time.